All right, are we live? All right, guys, so let me give just a second here before I begin going into the introduction. But I think that we might be live already in all of the platforms. So, hello, welcome to another live stream here. Today's going to be sort of a short one because we don't have much time at the moment. It's almost midnight and something here in Vancouver, BC. And today I will be trying to figure out or just exporting a few of the shapes that we have been sculpting and bringing them back in with the model already rebuilt with our action stack. And this is going to be our target. It should be, I'll try to do it like in 30 minutes or something. And let's try to keep it fast so that we can have it working before we leave. So if you want to comment, please feel free to participate or interact or just be in the background, just enjoying the company or however you feel more comfortable with. And before we continue, let me get my background out of the way here, and we should be able to say hi to Bob. How's it going, my friend? You're looking especially great today. And let's go. So I have here the results from the cleaning up of the shapes basically. And we can see that all of them are already in the proper folder. So the problem that we were having on the last stream, which by the way I forgot to add our music, it's mostly because I am without my headphones today. So I'll tell you what happened. I went to help my daughter in the bedroom, and I took it out and forgot it there. So never mind. No music for me today. All right. So the music is taking a little longer. Let me get going here. Yeah, let's just throw it on the background. You guys should be listening. I won't. Okay, so I have the blend shapes, the targets here. Just confirm. This is the eyebrow shapes. Yeah, there's a little bit of bleeding here, but that's all stuff that, yeah, it's bleeding, but it's not bleeding because it is sort of an intentional behavior that we had. Although, is it intentional though? Yeah, it was that, but I can see it bleeding to the other side, and that is definitely no bueno. I know what it is. This is what I was trying to. I solved this issue. Did I solve it though? It's still not fully solved though. Okay, we're still getting it slightly. That's a shame. I thought, well, I did solve it in this stage here then. This is fixed. This is fixed as well. Just this one here. Huh, interesting. Okay, so yeah, anyways, I still have then one shape that I need to get going. So all the shapes here have been sort of adjusted, and the eyebrow, right? The ones that we have right now is the eyebrow, all the eyebrow set and the eye movement set. So we can also see that in this rig here already connected to test. And last time I tried to use it and it wasn't working. I found out that it's because my Maya was completely was suffering because of the amount of hours that I used it without turning it on or off or just restarting it altogether. So it was necessary. Now, That being said, the bloodshape file has already been exported. I'm gonna save the scene once again just to make sure, and I'm gonna run once again our action stack. So let me just bring in the action stack. Yeah. So now we have the I have a few short hotkeys here in my hands. Should make things easier to switch between Bob and comments, our two intro cameras, and our scene here. I don't know why I'm making this more complicated for me. So let me check here if there's anything that we need to be off. Although it doesn't really matter, I can just run it, and whatever happens, we deal with it. Yeah, today's it's a little late streaming, and I wanted to do it anyways because just a tradition, I guess. We gotta keep going, otherwise, if I don't do it one day, I might not do it on the next. And Unmash is here to to help us on the process. How's it going, Unmash? Welcome back, man. Hope you had a great week so far. And thanks for the support on the other post. I was actually yesterday I couldn't stream because I was trying to get that post up in the air, and it was such a rush for me. I was trying to make it as fast as possible, but now it's online. Let's see if it was worth the attempt. The, but I hope Jones else likes it as builder is working. So if it's not, we're lost here. Let me check. Let me check on YouTube. Let's check on my cell phone here. I think it's frozen. I don't know. There's definitely something going on. My computer's suffering. Umesh. But I'm back. I can see that I'm back now. Whoa. Sorry about that, guys. That's some hardcore processing on my computer right now. I think he definitely needs an urgent restart here, but oh my god, survive, please. My computer, as you can see, I think that I can feel that now I have a feedback here on my OBS, so I know that we have a conversation going here, but the computer was suffering a lot. It was stuttering all the way. We are trying to rebuild the rig here of for the with the action stack, but apparently because the scene was open for a while, it was kind of freaking out. So let's go for it back again. Yeah, it should be fine. I hope that now it's back into action. Oh, and that's why I didn't. That's why it was suffering because I turned on the module for the mouth, and that was just a gigantic load on it. And I will have to do it again because I built the wrong thing. So it's not. I don't need these two guys here. Let's see. Even my navigator. So yeah. Anyways, I have exported the shapes file from our shapes editor, and what's next then is starting to get this clean version of the rig going. So what's going to happen is we're going to rebuild the rig. We're going to have a clean scene, and then with the clean scene I'm able to import back the shapes and see if everything's going to be all right, if we're going to need to act some of the shapes, because I know that the lower lid was having some issues um, on the version that I was watching. So I'll check that. Everything, if everything is all right, we then know that we can just re-import. So Amesh, what are you saying here, Amesh? Let me see. Hold on. I think it's the third. Yeah. So I'm actually saying I'm doing good. How about you? From the past 2 days, looking at your Joker streams, trying to create the mouth system that you did for it. Good job, man. I mean, it's certainly an interesting thing to learn or an interesting approach to learn. So if you are able to make it, you saw that our friend Elias Issa made some good achievements with it. So it's certainly something that can help on the technical side and on the visual side as well. I have it here building. It is building now with that system, but it's pretty heavy at the moment. So another thing that I would like to standardize here is the focal length, because I think that the 35 focal length is terrible for us to observe. It looks so distorted. So yeah, let's see what happens then. Have the mesh here, so I should be able to create a blend shape node and then import the targets here. So we have the shapes file, bam. Cool, we got it. So as I can see, the driven keys are not imported with it, but the fact that we just get something here and it's a clean scene, it's already a miracle. Yeah, I already feel so good about it because now we can focus on getting these shapes to work. And if we need, we can, or we are going to need to get back into that scene, the development scene, but we're not tied to it anymore. We can just get in and out and survive. So this is my template geo here, which at the moment I don't need. And this one, this is two. So this is the left eyebrow or right eyebrow up, full up, inner and outer, and then lower, and then if we do the razor and inner razor and yeah, we should get this. Let's see if it works. This guy as well. Yeah, we can. I can feel kind of the emotion on it. So it could be better. It definitely could be better on a higher resolution model. Bob here is definitely definitely has some good resolution to it, but it could be a little higher resolution, or as we spoke on that Chris Jones video, the model can be slightly lower resolution and we can have the whole wrinkle set on the map. You can see that that works fantastic. Uh, but at the moment, we are not in that stage yet. So in this stage, we're going to add as much detail as possible to the mesh. And then after we have a satisfactory shape set, then we can get back and try to add the maps together. So I'm actually saying I didn't understand much about it, to be honest, but yeah, I got the idea that you're using NURB surfaces to drive it. Yeah, the problem with that stream or any of these streams, to be honest, is that the uh, it's just so much information is sparsed out through the to the entire like many hours of stream that it's hard to keep up with the actual information. That's why probably after the rig is done, I'm going to create some sort of a tutorial so that we can all get to the same point in an objective way. Because so far, I understand it's hard to get there. Okay, so the shapes are here now. Yeah, I need to import it back again and try to and get the command that Maya was spitting out here so that we can replicate it in the rig builder. Although it's so simple that I don't know if I need to do it at the moment. What I will need to do though is create a script to connect these shapes to the eyes. So right now they're not connected and they won't be by itself, of course. What we can do is add the set driven keys into the script here and have it working. But what I will do though, and it's already 12:38, so I won't be taking too long here. Yeah, what I want now is to have the check out which shapes were problematic. I think only one of them was problematic as far as I could see. Yeah, inner brow up. Though it's a shame, just slightly. The shape that I need to correct here is the right or left inner brow razor. And I need to replace, so first of all, I'm going to isolate it and try to remove the influence from this part here. Is the part that seems to be causing the issue. And unfortunately, it seems that this is happening on both sides here. And so now the problem is gone there, but the problem is that the right shapes here also activating it. Sucks. Some other thing that I would like to test is if I can then merge this and do I need to, yeah, I do need to select both of them. So let me check then if I do something like this, add a new target here. Just want to place it here. So let's turn on both of them. What happens if we merge them? Yeah, great. So we can solve the problem without having to do much uh, of duplicating meshes. And I believe that the map now, what? Oh, so what's the name of this thing now? Still the inner brow razor. So let me see if it kept the map because that wouldn't help us much. It kept the map. Okay, so that's why it worked. No, is there a way? Is there a way to merge the map? Hmm. Let me ask the internet here because oh, I don't think I can. I forgot. Wrong email there, guys. Stuff. But anyways, one way or another, I'm gonna have to correct it the hard way. But I think what I'm going to do then to simplify the process here of correcting this, is just have this vertex selected because on this side here there should be no like the right side there should be no influence on the left side. So I'm just correcting this blend shapes here now. Yeah, let's flood all of those guys here, like the all the brow shapes on the right side. So right inner brow and flood it with 0. Right outer brow 0 as well. Right inner brow 0. Combo 0. Right eye open wide should be the same. So now with that, we should have this issue fixed. So everything on the right side should have no influence on the right on the left side, but I mean, we still have the fact that we have the maps on. So let me see my blend shape map merge. Blend shape weights. Yeah, I might have to duplicate this, but I'm not gonna do this live anyways, or not now at least. What we do know is that we have what we need here. So our maps or our shapes are working. And even this small combination here, which is like a little bit of eyebrow inner, eyebrow lower on both sides, and so you can see that he's kind of concerned. Although this expression here usually means like yeah, I don't know. It's kind of it looks funny and smart because of the fact that we have the inner brow lower. It does convey a little bit of sadness. So every time that we add the inner brow lower like this, you're gonna have, of course, the first response is like rage. Should be something like rage, like this. And you could have the outer brow razor as well. So rage with, yeah, that would definitely be a little bit related to rage. And it works. So we could have also something like the left, right. So I think it would be more like the eye tightener here, eyelid tightener. Right. Yeah, so there's the tightener, and then now there's this new shape, which is the open wide here. Kind of conveys like sort of the maniac look. Yeah, okay, so the eyes are starting to come together. There's still work to do, but it definitely has some attributes of the final outcome, or what we're looking after for the final result. And yeah, it should work a little bit more, but not much more. Okay, so how are we going to connect these guys now? Let me think about it. What's the next step that we're looking here? So definitely, we certainly need one thing for sure. We need the eyes to be connected with set-driven keys. So on the other scene, I have set manually the set-driven key so that we could test. Now we do need to set this on this one. And I guess we're gonna start by doing it manually and checking the. I don't think my PyCharm is open anyways. Oh, here we go. I had already actually saved the command here. Current drive. Yeah, but it's not. So what I'm looking at here, it's basically the set-driven key. I think IGO. It basically is going to set the value. So either I'm gonna have to set the values, which would be actually interesting. Like I have to set the value in one, set the value on the other, and then um, run the command set driven key. But that's going that I don't like this. I don't like options where, or I don't like to code things when you have to deal with selections or actually set values in the scene in order to, you know what I mean, rotate or actually put the value there. Ideally, you would be able to create the set driven key just by adding the set driven key without having to actually change the position of the control. This way, it's definitely going to be faster. So, because if you try to move the control, even if it's with the code, what's going to happen is it's going to have to process this during the build script, and that's going to cause us to lose time. Not much time. I don't know. Maybe not even relevant, but let me check here. So my computer is suffering a little bit right now. Well, let me check it. So Maya Python set driven key. So I just want to check the documentation for the set driven key and see if there's any alternative to that. Because here, what I did is I have just copied what the system, the output of the system was, but yeah, it has to be possible, right? So set driven key, ATCD. What's with the AT? You see, even Maya documentation does the thing that is not recommended. So if you why would you like create or use a short version here just so that I can get lost? So attribute is the AT, and the CD is the current driver. So I guess I'll have to do the process myself because I'm feeling that there's more to it. So let me get here into the, what was the, what's animation key? So the Saturn key. Saturn key. So the driven, it's going to be the blend shape node. It's frozen. All right, so yeah, we have. I'm gonna test it. Let's see if it's going to echo any command to load the driven, load the driver, because it should be easier than that. Polycon to set the keyframe of the selected object. Translate X based on the curve and rotate Z. Set driven key at the driver attribute, insert in tangent type, out tangent type. So this is two attributes that we're gonna have to control. Shape, control points, insert blend. If true, pair blend node will be insert from for channel that current driver. Set the driver to be used for the current driven keyframe to the attribute passed as an argument. Okay, so returns a list of available drivers for the attribute driven returns. Okay, so the first one is always the driven, the second one is always the driver. So what it seems is that indeed is it doesn't work like that. That you can. What's going on here? Am I a no? Okay, so I think I understand what's the purpose like, but we do have to set the key. So for example, there's no way to let me get my OBS here. Let's talk with Bob for a while before. So Bob, let me explain what's going on here. First of all, the fact that we're doing 300 things in this computer at the same time, it's causing a few issues. Not only that, it's been that we were editing a bunch of stuff yesterday, so it's kind of heavy on the memory right now. We're gonna get over it. Anyways, the thing is, Bob, is that we are trying to set the driven keys for your eyelid movements, and then to get these driven keys to work with the controller, it seems that the only way is to rotate the control and place the value on the target that we need, and then set the driven key using the command. I would be very happy if we could not set values into this or the targets and the controls in order to be able to uh, key it, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So we're gonna do this the way Maya wants it to be done. And what I am going to do then is probably, I don't know if we're gonna be able to wait for Maya to get back here, folks. It seems like we're stuck. But lesson learned. Next stream, we're starting with a fresh computer, which is something that I always try to do, and I always end up not doing. Let's get back here, Bob. Where are we? Okay, so this is PyCharm, and let me get into the method that we were gonna have to run here. So this is the utilities. That's not what I need. I need the rig manager, which is where we are writing the entire build script here for the action stack and basically for this facial rig. Black blend shape controls. And I guess for now, I will be writing it as a utility. So define connect mm, connect eye shapes to So what I'm feeling that it wants me wants us to do is, and by the way, you're probably not seeing it, right? Because I'm my head. Oh, I can do it over my head here, right in the middle between me and Bob here. So there it is. So what I'm gonna say then is going to be, let's just create a variable for the um, let's say a dictionary. So rotate set, and then it's going to be left. Uh, I don't remember the exact value right now, so it's gonna be right. I'm just gonna first I'm just gonna write it, and then we're going to add the proper values. So it's going to be up, well, 0 0. By the way, I don't even know why I'm putting 0 0. I just felt like this just 1 0 was too little. And down. Okay, so for that values, I'll probably have to go back into the other scene so that I can, if Maya survives, right? Oh, here we go. Thank you, Maya. So we have loaded the shape for what was broken? Error. It's just a problem on the actual set driven key. Okay, so basically then what we want is to do the thing that he's requesting. So that's what I understood now. For the set driven key, what it wants us to do is to do exactly as we were doing if it was a manual process. So I have the I selected. I can select like the, let's say we're gonna do I look left. So then what I would do is get the I look, so left I look left. And I also need to check which is the rotation axis here, which is the rotate Z. So we're gonna get the rotate Z here and key. And you can see that this is the command that it echoed. So current driver, it is this guy, and this is the control guy. So this is the CD and etc. That's what it said. So then the way that we would do this would be something like, so we need to know the name of the blend shape. So I will just hard code it for now. So blend shape, or let's just do it blend shape node equals to something, and then I have to what do it manually or like hard code it. So control, well, the control is only one, right? So it's fine. Uh, Control name equals. I was missing the coding part of the string. Now that I'm coding, I'm excited. So for side and left, right, for axis, yeah, down, left, right. So what I'm thinking right now is that we can have the angles here for look up, look. So let me explain what's going to happen. So it's pretty simple. I don't know if it needs explanation, but since we're here, let's talk about it. So what's going to happen is we need to set the driven keys on the eye look control and on the blend shape at the same time. So the way we're going to do this, we are going to move the eye, the control of the eye to the position. So say 30 degrees up. So first of all, we're gonna set the initial set driven key on 0. So both the control and the blend shape, the blend shape targets are going to be set to 0 on as the first action. And then from the dictionary, we're going to get the information of the angle and the pose that we're dealing. So if it's look up, then it's going to get the look up on the dictionary, and then it's going to be, I don't know, 30 degrees. We're going to position the control in 30 degrees, and then it's going to set the target weight of the blend shape respective to look up to 1, set driven key again, and also we need the tangents of the animation on the set driven key to be linear. So this is the action, this is the whole action set that we need to execute to make this work, if it makes any sense. So what we're going to do then is exactly what we said. So the control, we have the control name, the control is only one. So what we need is the axis. So the look left, let's say look up and down, we need to have the attribute and the angle. Okay, let's just call it that. So yeah, I'm just thinking like what do we need here to make this work? And the thing is, what we actually need to make this work is so how are we structuring the data in the dictionary to make this work? So what we're going to do then is use the name of the blend shape target here. I think it's the best possibility. So say for example, left eye look left geo. So this is the name of the target at the moment. It might not be like that forever, but so we know. Oh, and we also have another issue, which is we both left and right are not the same thing. Up and down they are the same angle because it's just up and down. But left and right it's actually inverted. So whatever the angle for one side, how's it going to react here? Let me check. Let me just confirm here. This is minus. Not really. Then actually, but that's confusing because I have different values for look in and look right. So they're actually exactly equal. So they're both looking to like minus 32 degrees now. But I don't know that the I look right is being activated to maximum value, that I cannot separate them. Okay, I'm gonna have to open the other scene. Okay, let's go back to that scene really quick. I'm gonna have to get the values on the set driven key. So the good thing about having the action stack working, then as you can see now, is that we can just rebuild the scene. So I didn't even save the scene because I know that we are just able to rebuild that scene. Although I did, now I'm thinking I did made some modifications to the map, so but that's fine. It's minor. But I definitely could have saved myself some time here. Okay, so we're back in the universe of look left not activating. Yeah, the target's gone. But anyways, that's so it was 32. Oh, that was not intentional, by the way. Yeah, so inwards it was 30, then minus 30 or something. Yeah, definitely minus 30 and minus, so 32 to one side and minus 32. So that's kind of weird. How can we handle this then? But the data, so on the left, so it's 32 out, 30 in. On the left, so left eye look left, then would be something. So left eye look left. It's 32. And left eye look right is. So this is the thing that it's going to be different values. Or so here's minus 30 actually. And this behavior then should be inverted on the right side. So this is something that to have a better grasp tomorrow. Minus 32. Here's minus 30, 32. So I'm just thinking here with the angle. 32 is going to be look right. Minus, and then up and down. Let me check the values for up and down here. Oh no, it's a decimal. Okay, let's do the proper way then. Animation adder curve. Yeah, so this is what I was thinking. It's actually going to be, I have to do like a dictionary here. So then this is going to be the angle. And attribute. The attribute is going to be rotate Z in this case. Then we close it. Same thing here. Angle attribute. And the attribute here is going to be rotate Z as well. Okay, so I guess it's it's good enough for today. It's going to be still a little time until we can get this working, but the whole idea is starting to come up here. We're gonna have a dictionary with the targets, and each target's gonna have the angle and the attribute. With using that, we're gonna be able to set the control to the angle in order to activate fully the blend shape target related to the set driven key. And with that, we're gonna have automated the eye system build with the action stack, which I hope that. So this is one control though. Then we also have the eyebrow control, which I'm gonna have to figure out. Either I'm gonna put the controls on the face or on the side. Animators are not usually a huge fans of having it on the face. I, on the other hand, I think it's more visual. If you do it on the face, it's interesting because we can observe the controls activating, and that for a presentation might be better than having the controls on the side. So I think the answer is there already. For presentation, I believe it's going to be we're going to be better off by having the controls over the face, and maybe we can have a easy way to drag the controls and place them on the side. So I gotta go. My brain is already freezing, and yeah, I just wanted to keep going here and not skip a day of work, trying to keep the project going, and to the point that we are with this face rig built, and that we have enough knowledge to create another one with better features. Hopefully, with you're going to start to figure out the maps and how to introduce the maps, the activation of the maps with the controls, just like the set driven keys, but also using the activation of the maps. And that's going to be a big part of it if we want to get anywhere near the things that we are looking on the internet of, like having those beautiful wrinkles. We're going to need to introduce this map activation, which can be either a normal map or a displacement map. If you're rendering it on Arnold, we are then going to be able to do it. Also, something another thing that I want to do next is to do some look dev on this. Maybe try to render the eyes, see if we can get anything interesting, and it would be important for a final presentation or even a render now for a presentation, like a partial a stage report about the development of the project. Anyways, thank you so much for stopping by. If you did, Amash, thank you for participating once again. Today was way too late, so tomorrow, if I am able to show up for a live stream, I'm gonna schedule it, and everybody's gonna know beforehand. And hopefully, we're gonna have a good plan to finish these eyebrows and